Aries Sun and Aries Rising, welcome to your weekly astrological reading. I am Moon Girl Tarot, and this is your reading for January 15th through the 21st. And make sure that you stay toward the end of the portion so you can watch your weekly psychic reading for this upcoming week. So Aries Sun and Aries Rising this coming week is going to start off a little bit slow, but it's really going to kick off this Thursday. Now we have Mercury in Capricorn, that is going to be in the 10th house, creating a harmonious flow, to Jupiter, that's in Taurus, that's going to be in your 2nd house. Now this is going to be good news when it comes to business, when it comes to money, when it comes to joint projects. If you're looking for a promotion or if you're looking for recognition in the work that you've been doing, Aries, expect to have some good energy flow. However, be careful of the excess energy. If a lot of people, congratulating you, and if you're super excited, if you take it a little too far, that's okay. Some people just might, up their nose on that, but that's all right. Enjoy the energy. Come back here and celebrate. Definitely here with me. Now, the next day on January 19th, we are going to have Venus square Neptune. Now, Venus is going to be in your 9th house of expansion, religion, and knowledge and technology, of all things that kind of give that higher learning of that mental state. And it's going to be in Sagittarius at a 20 degrees. So you might feel some kind of attachment to this energy. Now, this is going to be squaring Neptune. Neptune is the home of mysticism, dreams, and it's also in Pisces. And in that energy, it is going to be in there for you. And you're going to be feeling a little bit confused when you have all this good news happening and then you have a little bit of a downer energy. So don't rush ahead is the biggest thing that I can tell you, Aries. There's going to be a contract, there's going to be some kind of joint of an energy, and you're definitely going to feel almost those signs like, is this too good to be true? Does this person really mean it? Hold off on the energy and definitely trust your intuition, because Aries Sun and Aries Rising, you're going to show that by Sunday, it's really going to kick through. Now, Saturday, we have the Sun entering in Aquarius and Pluto entering Aquarius, and this is going to be big energy when it comes to social changes, how you approach the world, and how you attach this humanitarian. Now, Aries, you are the 1st house of the self, but you really are for other people. You help motivate other people. Now, this Pluto-like energy, people are going to be seeing all this motivation, this drive coming from you, and you're going to be able to benefit from this not only socially, but monetarily. So this is great news for you, Aries. All right, let's dive in a little bit deeper into your psychic reading. Let's get started. Aries Sun and Aries Rising, welcome to your psychic reading for January 15th through January 21st. And thank you so much for coming back around. If you follow me on Facebook, then you know this is my 2nd attempt to do your reading, and the 1st time went perfectly. It's good energy about work. You're being put to power, but it got deleted. Who deleted it? I did. I'm part of you. But nonetheless, I took a break, meditation, and here we are. We're back on to the reading. So Aries Sun and Aries Rising, Mercury is in your 10th house, and it's at the 1st degree of yourself. So your boss, your higher ups, is putting you into power. They want you to do something, and they want you to showcase your skills. So if anything, especially if you're an entrepreneur, your skills are on display. Somebody needs your help. And Jupiter is coming on in the 2nd house, so you're able to showcase this, and it's the 6th degree of Virgo. So this act of service that you're called to do, right, is going to come in handy. You are the right person for the job, and we're going to see where this is going to carry you. So the overall vibe, the overall aura, energy of the week, we have ideation, okay? And this energy really speaks to wanting to showcase that creativity, okay? So let's go ahead and take a little bit further into the week. And when you think about it, when you look at this, we have the circle, we have the square, the diamond, and the star inside. So there's a lot more that's being presented to us that is just meant to be. So this is going to be a really good, faithful kind of week, in a sense to where you trusted yourself, you trusted the hard work, you stayed true, and that's what you did, right? You have nobody else to lean on except for yourself. You do have support, but you know what I'm saying, right, Aries? Aries Sun and Aries Rising, when it comes to self-motivation, we're top-notch. So when it comes to your work and finance, let's fine-tune this energy. Let's take a look at this wonderful week ahead. And of course, if any challenges do come up, we'll talk about that. And if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Please do. Okay. So when it comes to your work, when it comes to money, it comes to finance, and when it comes to your public life, absolutely, we have the Temperance card reverse. So Aries, what this means is that you are, not asked to wait and pour this cup of energy to self. You're asked to share your potential, to empower yourself. Your boss is empowering you. Your higher ups are empowering you. If you're an entrepreneur, your clients are empowering you. This is good energy, and you feel very emotional, intense, and motivated and inspired by it. And I think this represents all of the energy of the chakras just coming together. Let's look at that money. Oh, look at that. I wanted to creep out. We have the Magician card reverse. So when this comes up in money, this does represent that money is coming, but things are a little bit slow. So it is a holiday weekend, right? And when the banks are closed, when the energy is off, it's off. So if anything, timing is what's coming here for finance. And finances, things are going to start to, really needs your attention. Like, did I miss that bill? Was it paid off this day? So pay attention to this energy. It's Martin Luther King Day. Happy MLK. And nonetheless, everybody observes this energy. So, and you do too, of course. But it sets you off. It's like, even myself, I'm an Aries rising, and I kept telling myself today's Sunday. No, it's Monday. It's like, no, let's jump ahead. And if you're like many of us in a snowstorm, that's probably why. But money is coming. It's just delayed off of timing. And with that, now when it comes to the areas of air, communication, to yourself, other people, things that are being communicated, and really hidden messages. That's what I like to kind of put up. Like, what are you not getting or need to communicate? Okay, so the first card that I have is the Nine of Cups reverse. And what is not being communicated, this says represent yourself, but emotionally self. And it's like, there is something here that you're ignoring, Aries, and I'll go a little bit further into that communication, or maybe you're ignoring someone, but usually this represents like a service, or yeah, it is a communication. So Aries, something with a Virgo, okay, or a Virgo sun, a Virgo rising, but nonetheless, this Virgo Mercury energy is the communication, is literally communication. So you're not in an agreement. So heads up, something is going to be clashing, and it's probably going to be coming from work, because everything is great at work. You're being put into power, and when everything's going your way, you basically have all eyes on you, right? And because this is your second time I did the video, I'm going to do a boom. So welcome back to my channel, Moon Girl Tarot. It's your girl, Chris Marie, back with another weekly astrological report and psychic tarot card reading for the upcoming week of January 15th through January 21st. Okay, so in this week of astrology, we have it starting off kind of slow, and then it's really going to get quiet before the storm. So we have Mercury in Capricorn creating a harmonious flow to Jupiter. Now this is good news for you, Leo, because for you in particular, you're going to have Mercury in Capricorn going through your 6th house. Okay, and in that sense, you're going to get news about money and about a job and things that you want for yourself. Now, this harmonious flow to Jupiter is in your 10th house of career and things of public. So recognition, I feel like you are going to be recognized not just publicly, but monetary for your value that you've been putting in at work, and exceptionally for your projects. So if you've been doing jiu-jitsu, if you've been working hard at the gym, all of those January gymnasts, keep on going. I'm rooting you on, okay? You're getting that recognition, and it feels good, so keep going for it. Now, we have Venus that is going to be creating a square to Neptune happening the very next day. Now, Venus is going to be in Sagittarius, and this is going to be traveling through your 5th house. And this is going to be affecting not just your creativity and your expression, but especially children and extended family if you have them. Now, Pisces is going to be in Neptune, is going to be creating a little bit of that comfort and disillusionment that is coming from the 8th house. So basically what is happening is that your children and people of creativity, people out there are coming for you, Leo. They need your help. So you do have good things that are happening. You have good news that's coming into work. You've got things of value, things that you value, and people are seeing that value. And of course, you love that recognition. And just when things are going great, surprise, surprise, people need your help, and that's okay. You're going to offer that help, and you're going to be able to do it, and it's going to feel good. Now, going into Saturday, we have Aquarius season. We have the Sun changing signs, and we have Pluto changing signs for extremely long time. So this is going to set the theme. You're going to have to, say something, Leo. You can't always be in the middle, just getting along with everybody. And when these people come to you to make a difference, you got to make a difference. And in this Pluto in Aquarius, that's the thing, Leo. I get it. You're a fun sign, you're an exciting sign, and you're everybody's friend. But that's the thing. If you're everybody's friend, especially with one of your friend's enemies, or if you know something about this, or even with a family member, you're the one who's hurting people. So with the age of Aquarius going into that transformation, you are going to be out of your comfort zone, and you are going to be having to pick sides. Let's go ahead and dive a little bit closer into this week's psychic reading. Leo Sun and Leo Rising, welcome to your Psychic Tarot card reading for the week of January 15th through January 21st. And if you would like to get a private reading with me, you can get on my work list by going to www.moongirltarot.com. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed your astrology reading. We're talking about communications and things that are happening outward in your public life, as well as good things that are about to change. Now, Mercury is going to be in your 6th house of Virgo of services, and this is going to affect this Venus-like energy because Mercury is at the 2nd degree of Taurus. So daily life is going to be your teacher at this time, and this week, make decisions that boost your health and well-being. Venus is home of not just love and relationships, but the relationship to yourself. So anything or anyone that is upsetting your routine, try not to worry so much, but there is going to be some blessings in disguise. And then, of course, we'll talk about more of that Neptune-like energy. What are those hidden messages that are coming, from your subconscious that are trying to tell you? All right, and that Neptune energy is going to be in your 8th house. So it's serious, right? It's serious, and it requires so much vulnerability and honesty as much as possible. So let's go ahead and take a look at your week ahead, at the overall vibe, your overall aura energy, and what you might need to, also protect, the overall theme. Let's take a look here for Leo Sun and Leo Rising. Okay, so we have illumination. We have things that are coming to the surface. We have that honesty. We have that truth. We have things that are brought to the horizon that are showcasing light that where it was darkness. And, that energy that I was talking about, there is going to be things that are going to be, very pressing, that needs your attention, and we'll talk more about it. So when it comes to your Earth sector, when it comes to work and finance, when it comes to work and things that you do in your public self, your 10th house self, okay, there it is. We have the Devil card upright, and there it is. Like, that's very, very thing. So there is something going on. There's an attachment that's happening with you. And Leo, when it comes to work, this can mean a few things. There are a few things that are coming through. Maybe for Leo Rising, Leo Suns, but there is someone at work that is a distraction, okay? So you're having some kind of relationship with somebody that in the public, or you are wanting their attention, okay? And it's causing a distraction here for you, and that's the thing. You're kind of bound to it, or it can also be a contract with work, and that's brought to light that you feel like almost literally like chained to it. Like, this is a relationship at work that you don't want to entertain. But in the sense, it's bringing you a lot of money and access to network and people, and energy. So it's almost like you gotta ask yourself, like, how much is this worth, right? How much of the light is this brought into, and how much more of it do you want of it, right? Capricorn, you're trying to please somebody or something here at work, and it's the wrong person. It's the wrong person. Okay, you need to focus on the earth sign, not on the other signs. When it comes to money outside of work and what you make with work, but just money in general, okay? We have the Three of Swords reversed, and this is good news. This is because, you know, Jupiter is going to be in Taurus. That is going to create that harmonious flow of something else. So you are going to figure out through the end of the week where you stand in this production of money. Are you happy with it, illuminating the light? Are you going to change your attitude about it? Or does it showcase something that, you know, that it isn't so bad? So I almost find you falling out of love with it, falling in love with it. And it is going to be a high intensity work week for you. That's going to be kicking off probably Wednesday, Thursday. And when it comes to that money, you're going to have some kind of blessings in disguise, and it's going to become, you know, it's the 8th house energy. It has to deal with death, sex, taxes. So maybe you'll be getting a refund, or, you know, maybe for some you might be getting, you know, some kind of like trust or some kind of money, but you know, that does come unfortunately with the loss of that. Not saying anybody's going to go, but you know, that's what's pulling here through. Now, when it comes to your hidden messages, when it comes to the areas of air and, you know, communication with others and to yourself, okay? We have the Ace of Swords upright. So I really feel that you do want communication. You want better communication. And you're putting it out there. You're like, hey, talk to me, work with me. You know, you're almost having an invitation, but it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere else that, like, you're almost missing the action part. You have the idea part, this communication. So I think subconsciously you're like wondering, you know, I'm lonely. Like, I want more of this. You know, I want better for myself, but it's like I hear all these things that you're telling yourself, like all these opportunities, like you're going to do better, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do, you know, like all these goals, right? These little mini goals, but that's it. They're just goals. You're not applying the action. So let's look a little bit further. When it comes to communications, we have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, you're almost paralyzed by your resolutions. You're almost paralyzed by January in that sense, to where you bit off more than you can chew, and that's okay. You can pause, reach out for a distance or okay energy session with me, or just kind of take a day off, right, Leo? With that sense, you're so much in your head. I feel ya. Now, when it comes to emotions, how you feel emotionally, I mean, I get a little bit of idea, you know, and there you are. There you are, Leo. We have the Sun card reverse, and you're not feeling so cool. You're not feeling what, you know, not so rock and roll fun, right? And that is okay. Things are being brought out into the light, Leo. That's you. You're the sun, and the sun comes and touches everything on the surface. You know, things can run from the sun, but eventually things are caught up. And if anything, emotionally speaking, take care of yourself this week. It's gonna be a busy week. Things are changing signs. We're going to have Pluto and the Sun go into the sign of Aquarius. So you're going to feel this rush, and you're not ready for it. So take a break when you can. Let's take a look at your intuition. Yeah, okay. You're tired. Five of Wands. You've been fighting with people. You've been fighting with yourself. You've been fighting to prove a point, and you don't want to fight anymore. So it makes sense why you're not feeling the best of the energy emotionally this week, but stay nonetheless good about yourself. Positive progressive is what I call you. Acknowledge the energy. It can suck, it can be what it is, but it's what you do about it, okay? And I know you feel paralyzed about it, but you can still break those things down and work with me. I can help you manage those manifestations. Now, when it comes to fire, comes to love and your personal passions, let's look at love, the area of love. We got the Five of Pentacles. So this means that you see the couple there, that you and your partner are going through a hard time. You are going through physical changes, monetary changes, demands, and you guys almost feel like you're pulling apart, but you're not. You're together. You're on the right path together for something greater. Let's look at more of love and your passions to yourself, Leo. And here you come up again. And it's the Ace of Wands. So you have another 1-1. And it's the action. This is the action part, and I like that. I think with hearing this reading, you're going to be motivated. But give yourself a break. It's okay. You know, don't take the whole week off. But do kind of prioritize some time before you jump ahead into everything. And I think you'll find that a lot beneficial for this upcoming week ahead. And jump on back and let me know how things were able, to help you out. I hope this reading was able to service you well. Well, thank you, Leo, Leo Sun, Leo Rising. You're awesome. Have a great week ahead. I'll see you next time. And Sagittarius Rising, I am Kristen Marie, and welcome back to my channel Moon Girl Tarot, where you can find your weekly astrological readings and psychic tarot card reports. Okay, Sagittarius Sun and Rising, let's dive on to it. Mercury is going to be in Capricorn, and this energy is going to be in the second house, creating a harmonious flow to Jupiter in Taurus in the sixth house of Virgo. So this is good news that's coming. So all that good karma, all that good energy that you've been putting out there, Sagittarius, is coming back to you, and it's good news of value and what you value and what you've been working hard for. So if you've been working towards a project, a collaboration, if you've really been putting yourself out there and spending the money, you are going to get that energy and of course that monetary value back. Now, another thing that I see coming up here for you, Sagittarius, is the next day on January 19th, there is going to be Venus squared Neptune. Now, Venus is in Sagittarius in your sign, but it's going to be in the first house of Aries. So there's going to be a lot of motivation backed probably by this communication that you just had coming up and the support of your partner. Now, you're not going to have all the support from everybody else. There is that square to Neptune, but that's okay. That is kind of like the answer that you needed. You kind of are going to rearrange your friends and your networks. Now, Sagittarius, coming to January 20th, this is big like energy. We are going into the age of Aquarius, of Pluto going into Aquarius for a very long time, and we're changing signs of Aquarius, and that's okay, right? And when we think about Aquarius sign, and of course when it comes to the tarot card reading, it's about making things better again. It's about improving the quality of life that you kind of already have, but twisting a little bit. And that's exactly what you're going to be doing in the age of Aquarius coming up. You are going to be manifesting and organizing and working with what you have, but having that grow. So nonetheless, let's go ahead and dive a little bit closer into this week for January 15th through January 21st into your psychic reading. Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, welcome to your weekly psychic tarot card reading for January 15th through the 21st. And if this is your first time here, thank you so much. Take a look at my website at moongirltarot.com. I have a lot of different kind of services to offer online and local here in Pueblo West, Colorado. Okay, Sagittarius Sun and Rising, I hope you enjoyed your astrology reading. We're going to fine-tune the energy, especially with Mercury going into your second house, creating a positive energy flow to Jupiter in Taurus in the 6th degree of Virgo, in the house of Virgo. So you are seeking this knowledge and you are approaching new ideas very carefully, right? And you're trying to make sure that you have good support. And I see that you are developing that support there for you. So that's really good here about you, Sagittarius. So we're going to talk more about that and the energy coming from it. You're going to receive some good news. This is the biggest thing. So it's like there's going to be good news that's going to help you move forward in your life goal, because you're all about the overall life, and things that are going to complement are definitely going to come your way. Then we're going to discuss more about that Venus energy square Neptune. Venus is in your sign, and it is spontaneous, okay? So this is going to be great love that you're going to be able to showcase and observe at this time. You're going to be enjoying, things with your loved one, cultural, festivals, trips, great finances. So this is going to be good energy that is coming, from Venus. And even though there's a square, usually a square, there's an opposition. The thing about it is to avoid agreeing to anything that feels like it's just too good to be true, okay? So even though life is going really good and it's going to kick off for you in the middle of the week, and things are going to change, you know, kick it with your friends, relaxing, be inspirational, but keep in mind that, you know, life is going to change. There is going to be more beauty. There is going to be more pleasure in your life. There is going to be something there. But the outcome, right, of mixing and mingling with other people, so make sure you have positive alliances, positive reinforcements that are forming and that are extremely rewarding, right? You want to be friends and networking with people that are doing things, you know, have big ideas, have this big mantra for the year, and you can't talk small ideas with small minds, and that's okay. It's awareness, it's acknowledgement. It's like, oh, okay, you can't go any further. That's okay. I'm not inspiring you to expand. You got to move on. You got to move forward. Okay, Sagittarius. All right, let's look at the overall vibe for the week, the aura of energy, if anything, that you have to focus on and protect. That's kind of like in the background. Let's take a look. Okay, so creativity. I love it. I mean, it's good news. We are talking, and it's the divine purple, so this is your intuition. You're trusting your intuition. This is going to be a good reward and payoff. So let's see what comes here for it. So, Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and interaction. You know, really helps this video. So thank you so much. So we're going to talk about your work and your finance. So first thing here, when it comes to things at work in your public life, we have the Justice card upright, and it represents Libra, it represents balance, it represents Venus, and things are good. So we were just talking about the pleasures of life and adding that quality to, and you're going to get some good news towards the end of the week that's really going to change your life, and it is coming from this creativity. So when it comes to finances, you have been a little bit worried, but again, you're trusting your intuition. That is the theme. That's the aura. And I want you to protect it, because there's going to be those people, like I mentioned, you know, you got to stick with people with big ideas. You got to stick with people who are like, you know, it's going to come through. Absolutely. And be practical in that energy. If you got people who are like, that sucks, they have nothing else to offer, get away from those people. They will keep you, you know, down, Debbie Downers and those things. Debbie or Doug. You know what I mean? Either way you want to call it. But Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, you know, when it comes to finance, money is going to be good. Money is coming in because you're staying with your intuition. Things are balanced. You're staying away from the riffraff kind of energy in that sense, like, like, don't really associate with that, but move on. But that's the thing. You can't carry these people with you. And it seems like it's in the area of work. It's the associations and stuff with work. So there's going to be some collaboration here that is needed. Now, let's go a little bit further. When it comes to communications, when it comes to air, when it comes to hidden messages, that's the biggest thing. You know, so what's the communication to yourself and to other people? We have the Queen of Swords upright. So we do have communication coming in strong. So we have something that like needs your decision to act on it, but nonetheless, you don't want to be too quickly. You want to make sure that you're looking at everything, that you're getting that spark of creativity, and you're not feeling so bogged down. Okay, so I think this communication is coming outward of energy. It's going to be a swift change, and it's going to require for you to kind of like just kind of say, okay, this is what I want, but let me look at everything and make sure this is what I want to be for the longevity. Okay, it's a big thing of communication. Another thing, hidden messages. Let's talk about hidden messages. Okay, so 10 of Wands reverse. Hidden messages. When we have hidden messages, it's not just like your intuition, but it's like things out there, right? Things out there in space that you're not too sure if you can put a finger on it, right? So we have the 10 of Wands reverse. And the hidden message here is that your life really is going to change. It's going to change your family life, and the thing about it is you are going to be away. You're going to be traveling, okay? You're going to be going towards love, towards, you know, joy, and towards creativity. This is work. This is going towards it. This is carrying these burdens. It's okay. No, you are saying, I'm not going to carry all of these on my back. I got, got a backpack. I got a cart.
You know, I got a wheelie. You get what I'm saying? You know, you're creative. These hidden messages, things are going to start to be very simple for you. I see that you're going to be traveling, Sagittarius, and you love to travel. So that's going to, and you're going to be traveling because of your creativity and what you're doing this week. Another thing, let's look at your emotions when it comes to what's coming up. How are you going to be feeling in that sense of what you need to be aware, right? Coming on through. We have the Wheel of Fortune upright. So when it comes to water-like energy, when it comes to ourself and our intuition, it's like everything is falling into place. I keep saying that with you, and it is. We have everything coming together and it's changing. So here's the thing, the wheel is constantly moving, and when we have it reversed, this means that we have a pause and a redirection before it can go back again. You're on the right path and it feels good, okay? Again, my ears are ringing. I want you to pay attention to people who do not make you feel good, okay? Now, everybody goes through things, you know, here comes Astro Mama and Psychic Mama, like, I'm like, give people chances, but, you know, if it's a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's yellow duck. And you need to find out if you rather hang out with, you know, swans, you know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with ducks. Duck's good. Crispy duck. But nonetheless, Sagittarius Sun and Rising, when it comes to your intuition, a little bit further into your emotional self, we have the Tower card reverse. And I love this paired with the Wheel of Fortune because you worked so hard for something, your creativity, your love life, okay? This is combining your public and what you truly want inside, and it's all going to start to happen. I'm really excited to follow your story. Please come back week by week and comment below and let me know how things progress, or get a session with me at moongirltarot.com. But things are definitely going to change. You already know this is happening, but it's progressing. So last but not least, let's go into your fire sector. Let's go into your personal passions and love. Let's do your love interests. This is messages from your lover. And overall love. We have the Chariot card upright. So when it comes to love, and you have a lot of major cards here, when it comes to love, you're setting boundaries, you're moving forward, and this does represent travel. Again, you're traveling, and it's staying on course with that, and it's almost like creating love, new love. So if you are a coupled Sagittarius, then you're taking the love that you have and you're still creating new love, you know, and there's new energy. And if you're a single Sagittarius, you're going towards that love, you're wanting that boundary towards it. This manifestation is really on that alignment. Now to your passions, to yourself, because absolutely you have your personal passions on top of everything. We have the Six of Swords reverse. So when it comes to passion, you're getting a second chance. I mean, like, literally, your life is changing. Are you going to take it? Now, Sagittarius Sun and Rising, there is a thing where it comes up very quickly, and you're just not too sure. And that's what I'm here for. Not to tell you what to do, but to kind of guide you with the energy and fine-tune exactly for you and what might be the best spiritual benefit. So if you feel like that suits you, you can go to my website, get on my work list, or sign up for an urgent service, and I get that back within 24 hours at moongirltarot.com. All right, Sagittarius, I'm excited. I hope somebody comes on back. I'm going to manifest it for you having a wonderful week and things that are coming up ahead. I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye. Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising, welcome to your astrological weekly horoscope coming up for January 15th through January 21st. Welcome back to my channel, Moon Girl Tarot. It's your girl, Chris Marie, and let's go ahead and dive right into your astrological reading. Now, we do have Mercury going into Capricorn. That is going to create a harmonious flow to Jupiter in Taurus. So what does this mean for you, Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising? Well, this communication, this energy, this good news is coming towards you, and it's going to spark some interest of something that you want to do that you've never done
done before. So this is going to be something that's going to be out of the box, and it's going to be coming as an inspiration. So Mercury is traveling through your 12th house of Pisces, the collective, prayer, meditation, spiritual energy, things of time and rest, okay? So with that harmonious flow to Jupiter in your 4th house, okay, of home, family, boundaries, Aquarius sun and Aquarius rising, you're really either thinking of two things, either expanding your family and adding to it, or keeping it close knit, and you could fall on either one of the cusps. Now Venus squares Neptune, as we have Venus in Sagittarius and Neptune in Pisces, so there's going to be a mix of dreams that are going to be traveling through here for you. Now Venus is in Sagittarius in the 11th house, so love is coming in so many different forms and so many different contracts, and love is needed all around. So you are definitely need love, you are definitely giving out that love, and you're wondering if this energy coming out is gonna give you a break, right? You've been really busy. So Neptune is in Pisces and is creating this energy in Taurus, okay? So it's also showcasing you what you value and what energy you should be focusing on. Now happening Saturday is a big energy for you, Aquarius sun and Aquarius rising. Your sun sign enters Aquarius, so happy birthday Aquarius if this is you. And Pluto is also going to be changing the sign, so Aquarius, you're going to have so much emphasis going in basically the next decade, but we're going to focus on this week where you're going to be making some upcoming changes that are really going to shake up and break through for the rest of your life. So let's focus a little bit more on this week into your psychic reading. And if you would like to get a session with me, just go to my website, moongirltarot.com. Aquarius sun and Aquarius rising, welcome to your weekly tarot card reading for January 15th through January 21st. Let's go ahead and fine-tune that energy. I hope you enjoyed your astrology reading, and if you did, definitely comment below. So for Aquarius sun and Aquarius rising, I talked about how Mercury is in Capricorn and it's going to be traveling through your 12th house. So there's going to be some careful thinking. There's going to be you seeking knowledge this week and also approaching authority, okay? And with that being said, there's going to be a lot of things behind the scenes, but nonetheless, there's going to be good news that is going to help enable you to move forward. Jupiter is going to be in Taurus in the 4th house of Cancer, but in the 6th degree of Virgo. So this energy is going to be expanding your home. This is going to be renovation. This is probably moving, okay? This is going to be a new comfort and approach to life and a new, expansionness. So this is going to be good energy. Now a little bit further, we'll go into your tarot card reading about what's coming up when it comes to dreams and love. Love is coming from and is blossoming in all forms. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get your overall vibe and aura reading of what is going to be, this week, and what you might also of the energy that you want to protect. And I offer distance online Reiki energy services as well as psychic online sessions. You can find my services and get on my work list at www.moongirltarot.com. Okay, Aquarius sun, Aquarius rising, overall aura vibe and energy. We have faith, and it's the purple divine energy. So this definitely represents having, trusting your intuition this week. This whole week you're going to be wanting to trust your intuition and having faith that everything's coming together, the chakra energy. So you might feel some misalignment in a sense where you're not too sure or unsure, and that is okay. That's okay to kind of feel that. So let's find out what you are going to have faith towards. Let's talk about work and finance. Let's talk about your work, your public life, things that are going on out there. Now we have the full moon reverse. So this does represent, a different shift when it comes to work, when it comes to your public life, and you're making careful changes. So you're thinking, should I quit or should I just allocate? Should I go to a different location? Should I move? And I think you have the answer. You're looking to, if anything, keep your job, just change scenery. You need like a lateral move. Now, when it comes to money and finance and things that you are, working towards coming through,
we have the Ace of Swords reverse. So even though like you applied for a loan or you need some finances to help move you forward, and if anything you're wondering, like, you know, scenery, you know, it is not going to be, I don't see a raise is what I'm saying. I don't see a raise coming. I see safety kind of net when it comes to finance. Money is good. Money is being saved. Money's not being too much spent. So like, have faith and hold on that things are going to turn okay. It really feels that way. You're just making some monetary changes to your earth sector. Now, when it comes to air, when it comes to communications to yourself, and of course, hidden messages, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So when it comes to communications to yourself, we have the Nine of Pentacles upright. So this is a big card that screams like Venus and Virgo. Now, Venus is your comfort sign, and when it comes to Virgo-like energy, there is some kind of messages. So you're loving the comforts of what's happening, and you're wanting more of it. So you're having faith that things are okay. So you're doing good, right? You're staying inside. You're sticking to a budget. Like I mentioned, you're not spending too much. You're not doing too much. So you're communicating to yourself that, you know, you're doing good, and you are. You're creating and developing this self-love to yourself, and it's very good, and others definitely see it. So others are finding you extremely attractive. Hidden messages that we have here that you need to be aware of or just communicated. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. So when it comes to communications, when it comes to those hidden message, you know, you do want something different. You want something different, and you want to be called to something different. And it is about having faith and having trust in the fact of trusting your intuition that even though things are good, they're going to get better. Okay, so those hidden messages are coming through of like having faith that things are going to progress slowly. So approaching things with caution is a good thing. Now, when it comes to your emotions to yourself and your intuition for this week, okay, there it is, like trying to have, you know, faith in that energy. We have the Nine of Swords upright. So here you are, you're up in your head, Aquarius, and we have a lot of things, and you're changing signs. It's your birthday coming up, your birthday season. It's your season. Happy birthday, Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising. But the thing about it is you're stressed. You didn't allow, well, like you're focusing on the other things. Too much of third party kind of energy is kind of habiting your emotions, and things on the outside look good. You have this drive, but you know, deep down inside there's something else that's kind of like paining you. So when it comes to emotions, it is love, you longing for love. You know, you are being loved, but you want more of that love. Okay, so you're having faith that literally, like collectively, you know, things are changing. You feel like, especially when it comes right before your birthday season, when the sun circles right back around, you start to get almost like a little anxious. Things start to come up to the surface and to call for it. So you're being called to what you truly love, what you truly, you know, passion, and things are changing in that direction there for you. So speaking of love, speaking of passions to yourself, let's focus on love. That definitely wants to come out. When it comes to love, it's great. We have support, 10 of Cups upright, joining a family, you know, coming together, having good communications, and definitely getting through it. So we definitely have a lot of energy of faith and sticking through. This is just going to be a little chaotic moment. That's probably going to happen Saturday or right before the sun changes signs. But so with your lover is good. So if you're a single Aquarius, you're definitely getting support from your extended family, and I've seen that there. Now, when it comes to your passions, you know, it's right there in plain sight, and you're almost being called to it. So there's a lot of change that is happening here for you, Aquarius. And I mean, besides being the sun in your sign, we're literally going to change Pluto, and Pluto is the planet of transformation, and that's going to be in the universe until 2043. So that's a long time, and you are directly, Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising, going to be affected through those transformation changes. And some of it is going to be acceptable, you're going to like it, and some of it you're going to be like, I don't want anything to do this. But come back next week. I'm going to do a reading a little bit more about that Pluto-like energy. And if you would like to go to my website, get a session with me, go ahead at www.moongirltarot.com.
Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising. This is Moon Girl Tarot. I'm your psychic medium and your astrologist, about to provide you with a weekly astrological report for January 15th through January 21st. And if you're new here, go ahead and click the down bar below for an extended horoscope for this reading, and make sure you stay to the end for that psychic reading of an extended of this week. Okay, Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising. Now, the beginning of this week is going to start off a little bit slow, a little bit of this melancholic energy. I don't want you to get too far ahead of yourself. There is going to be some good news that is really going to take you by surprise. Now, Mercury is going to be in your 8th house. Mercury is in Capricorn in your 8th house. That is making a positive flow to Jupiter, that's in your 12th house, okay, in 6 degrees of Virgo. So there's going to be some good news that you've been wanting to do, a joint project, resources, something that cost money, an expansion that is going to be coming all together. Now, here's the thing to kind of, take note about it, that even though this is an exciting news, there's excess energy that is going to push you through, there is some stuff that might come quickly apart. As soon as you get it, you might lose it if you're not too careful with that energy, because of that Taurus. Because Jupiter's in Taurus, it's fixed like energy, so it's kind of like a make it or break it kind of thing. So come back the week and let me know how things turn out. Now, another thing that we have, Gemini, is coming up the next day on January 19th. We have Venus that is in Sagittarius, that is squaring Neptune, that is in Pisces, the home of like dreams and mysticism and things of social contracts. Now, Venus, things of value and not just of love. This is going to be in the sign, in the house of the 7th house, okay, of Sagittarius, home of things, of legals and contracts, that is creating a block, okay, to Neptune in Pisces, that is in the 10th house. So of your public life, your career, your business, the thing. So even though you have some positive energy that is coming when it comes to business and collective and resources and other people's, income that benefits your income, there's something that also needs your attention. That's also a blockage, okay? So make sure that you're prepared for that during this week. Now the Sun enters and Pluto enters Aquarius January 20th. We are changing signs completely. Gemini, you should feel very good about this energy because you are an air sign. You're going to notice that this Pluto transit is really going to affect your 9th house of longevity, of religion, of expansion, collaboration. You're really going to reach out and change how you're going to approach this week. And it's going to be a huge benefit. All right, let's dive in a little bit further into your psychic reading. Welcome, Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, to your weekly tarot card reading for January 15th through the 21st. Let's go ahead and take a look a little bit closer at what's been happening this week. I hope you liked your astrology reading. If you did, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Engagement definitely helps us out. So we're going to definitely fine-tune with the psychic reading using tarot about this Mercury going into your 8th house. Now, this is going to be a time where you're going to be seeking financial advice and how you're going to be managing your assets. This is going to be joint resources from other people, and we'll see how much more that fine-tunes in different aspects into your life. And especially love. Venus is going to be in your 7th house, so when we get to that, when it gets to love, you might be planning something to broaden your horizons, to celebrate a loved one or do something very personal that you love. So let's go ahead and dive onto it. If you would like to get a session with me, all you have to do is go to my website, www.moongirltarot.com, and get on my work list, or you can get a private session at my studio here at Pueblo West, Colorado. Okay, let's get that shuffled. Put that right there. So for the overall energy and the aura of energy that you might need to focus on, protect things, your overall theme energy. There we go. All right, so we have stop.
And this really calls to your root chakra. So not just stop, but to pay attention. Okay, so we have the X right there. So it's not just halting and pausing, it's wanting you to pay attention to something that's coming through. And you are going to be having something coming through, especially when you deal with the 8th house of, you know, Scorpio, joint resources and money, death, sex, and taxes. This is like a general of that. There's something of a collaboration of somebody else that is you need to look at. You need to look at a little bit further before it's going to be good. And we'll see. You know, it doesn't have to be too crazy, you know, in that sense. But let's take a look at it. So when it comes to the area of your work and finance, and let's focus on your public life. So in work, we have the 5 of Pentacles reverse. So you are working on an investment. An investment is something that you're dealing with, you know, Gemini Sun or Gemini Rising. You know, if the work that you do is, you know, you're either an entrepreneur or you're the boss, or you're doing something in a sense to where, you know, all eyes on you, and you have to make this change, right? So whatever it is, it's like you're in this position, right? If you just got this position and you were higher up, you know, if you just started a job, you know, all eyes are on you. You just made a recent change, and it's a good one too. So let's look at your financial sector, your earth sector, when it comes to this money, when it comes to this work, a little bit further. And that's a good card to have. So that's something that's going to change, but you still want to, you know, so look at all the finer details. Yeah, we have a lot of energy coming back to you. So we have the Chariot reverse, and this shows up in a sense of earth-like energy where you are being redirected, okay, for that wealth. So maybe that partnership just didn't work out, or you want it to work out, it just didn't work out, you know, but there's a different chance, you know. So I feel like not all is lost, right? Nothing is being thrown away. It just needs to be observed. Boundaries need to be set. There needs to be clear communication. So the both joint projects of you that you're doing and the collaboration at your work is being fulfilled. So both parties walk away. Give credit when credit's due, right, Gemini? You know, that's absolutely right. And I'm sure you feel that way too. So when it comes to the areas of air, communication with yourself, hidden messages. So communication with yourself, we have the Magician card reversed. So we're starting off pretty strong with all his energies are saying, hey, just give it a minute. Don't rush ahead. You know, the communications and the energy is changing, it's right. I know it feels like it's just taking off, but just hold up, you know. Hidden messages, let's take a look at that. Anything else that you need to know when it comes to those communications? Yeah, so there is a disinterest. There is something here, is a detachment, whether it's with yourself, but I feel like it's coming from a water sign, a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, and it's really affecting this. It's almost like karmic kind of energy, and they might be an association with this person that you have to deal with at work. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if at least they knew that it was like correlated somehow, because it's almost like you are blocked. You need to reobserve. You're trying to go through, but there's something just not going. So make sure you reach out for a psychic reading. Okay, so when it comes to water, emotions, all right, and your intuition, we have the Ace of Swords reversed. So this comes up when you are, you know, you feel like you're going to miss out on an opportunity. So as you can see here, I kept mentioning, you know, you're going to be wanting to have this need, this want, rush into it, and it's going to require the support of somebody else, and they're just not on that same level as you right now, but you have to have their energy and their correlation in order to go forward. So you, emotionally speaking, you're like, this is not going anywhere. We need this to go, but it is. It's going to take some time. Let's take a look at your home life as well as your emotion. We have the Queen of Swords reversed. So you are setting boundaries. You are, in a sense, like you want something. You're collaborating. You're like, and I feel you, Gemini. You want answers. You want answers to something. You want it now. So you're like, if I can't get it here, I'm going to get it there. And then that's okay. That's okay. Let's look at your fire sector, your passions with love and the passions with yourself. We have the Lover's card reverse, and this actually represents Gemini. People don't realize, like, this is the card of Gemini because this is a choice between two people. It's a choice of the mind, it's a choice of the heart. And when it comes to loves, there is a disagreement. There is something between you that you fulfill from your partner that, you know, and it's not like major crazy, you know, breaking up. It's just kind of like there's a different choice that is being made, okay? Now let's look at your personal passions. Let's see if that choice is being affected by your personal passions. Let's look at that. I see things that are changing. Now we're going into the sign of Aquarius, so things are, especially for air signs like yourself, Gemini, Sun, and Rising, there's going to be things that are just going to be different, you know? Okay, call to that one. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups upright. I'm going to pull that extra one for there. I felt that. And the Seven of Swords reverse. So there is, the personal interests are changing. You want something back, and it has to deal with your partner. It is dealing with something with your partner. Now, if you're a single Gemini Sun or Gemini Rising, you are not liking the dating pool, and you are wanting to manifest something better. Like you're out like searching for some emotional connection, a new hobby, something completely different of the association. So you are stopping, you are pausing, you are reevaluating this week, and that's always really good. So Gemini, thank you so much for joining me in this week for your psychic reading, and I'll see you next week, Sunday, Monday, when I release the new video. So make sure that you sign up for the notifications, and I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye. Welcome Libra Sun and Libra Rising to your weekly astrological reading. I am Chris Marie, and this is Moon Girl Tarot, where you can find your weekly tarot card readings and astrological horoscopes. And if you're new to the channel, thank you so much. Interaction definitely helps. Like, share, give it to your weird best friend. You know you want to. Okay, Libra, let's talk about it. So in astrology, we have Mercury and Capricorn, and this is big energy, big news, okay? This could be trining to Jupiter in Taurus in your 8th house of shared resources, share money, and your living situation. We're going to see this change very quickly at the end of the week on Thursday, January 18th. Now, Libra, there's just going to be some really good energy with the shared resources. When it comes to Jupiter, it's going to be the 6th degree of Virgo. So think about what these things, these opportunities can not just do for you, but do for yourself in the long term, okay? Not just service you right now, but the longevity of it, all right? Now, Venus squares Neptune Friday, January 19th, and Venus is going to be in your 3rd house in Sagittarius, trining that Neptune-like energy, going into the 6th house, Pisces. So what does this all mean for you, Libra? Well, this just means that good news is still coming, just don't rush ahead. And I want you to read those fine lines that is coming very quickly. And also, with your partner is going to communicate something to you extremely so that is going to help break you guys through, right? This is a good conversation. This is not a scary talk. This is talking about something that's extremely important to your partner as an act of service to yourself and to others that could help longevity the relationship for a long time. Now, we have a big thing happening for everybody. This Saturday, we have, you know, Aquarius going into Pluto, and we have my favorite season, right? My favorite sign. And if you follow me, then you know I am joking. Just kidding. We're going into Aquarius season, Libras, right? And nonetheless, this is going to be a little challenging energy because this is going to set you apart, all right? Now, you're doing all these wonderful collaboration projects, but you are called to a solo thing, something that is internalizing inside of you, but you still need the help. You still need the collaboration, but you're going to be shining more outside of that self, of the self-expression. And because of all of the joint resources that put you ahead in 2023, it's definitely going to help pave the path for you in 2024. So make sure you keep those contacts close. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and dive into your psychic reading. And if you want to get a personal session with me, all you have to do, just go to my website, moongirltarot.com. Welcome, Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, to your weekly tarot card reading for January 15th through the 21st. Let's go ahead and take a look a little bit closer at what's been happening this week. I hope you liked your astrology reading. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Engagement definitely helps us out. So we're going to definitely fine-tune with a psychic reading using tarot.
about this Mercury going into your 8th house. Now, this is going to be a time where you're going to be seeking financial advice and how you're going to be managing your assets. This is going to be joint resources from other people, and we'll see how much more that fine tunes in different aspects into your life. And especially love. Venus is going to be in your 7th house. So when we get to that, when it gets to love, you might be planning something to broaden your horizons, to celebrate a loved one, or do something very personal that you love. So let's go ahead and dive onto it. If you would like to get a session with me, all you have to do is go to my website, www.moongirltarot.com, and get on my work list, or you can get a private session at my studio here at Pueblo West, Colorado. Okay, let's get that shuffled. Put that right there. So for the overall energy and the aura of energy that you might need to focus on, protect, things, your overall theme energy. There we go. All right, so we have stop. And this really calls to your root chakra. So not just stop, but to pay attention. Okay, so we have the X right there. So it's not just halting and pausing, it's wanting you to pay attention to something that's coming through. And you are going to be having something coming through, especially when you deal with the 8th house of, Scorpio, of joint resources and money, death, sex, and taxes. This is like a general of that. There's something of a collaboration of somebody else. That is, you need to look at. You need to look at a little bit further before it's going to be good. And we'll see. It doesn't have to be too crazy, in that sense. But let's take a look at it. So when it comes to the area of your work and finance, and let's focus on your public life. So in work, we have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. So you are working on an investment. An investment is something that you're dealing with. Gemini Sun or Gemini Rising, if the work that you do is, you're either an entrepreneur or you're the boss, or you're doing something in a sense to where, all eyes on you, and you have to make this change, right? So whatever it is, it's like you're in this position, right? If you just got this position and you were higher up, if you just started a job, all eyes are on you. You just made a recent change, and it's a good one too. So let's look at your financial sector, your earth sector, when it comes to this money, when it comes to this work, a little bit further. And that's a good card to have. So that's something that's going to change, but you still want to, still look at all the finer details. Yeah, we have a lot of energy coming back to you. So we have the Chariot reverse, and this shows up in a sense of earth-like energy where you are being redirected, okay, for that wealth. So maybe that partnership just didn't work out, or you want it to work out, it just didn't work out, but there's a different chance, So I feel like not all is lost, right? Nothing is being thrown away. It just needs to be observed. Boundaries need to be set. There needs to be clear communication. So the both joint projects of you that you're doing and the collaboration at your work is being fulfilled. So both parties walk away. Give credit when credit is due, right, Gemini? That's absolutely right. And I'm sure you feel that way too. So when it comes to the areas of air, communication with yourself, hidden messages. So communication with yourself, we have the Magician card reversed. So we're starting out pretty strong with all his energies are saying, hey, just give it a minute. Don't rush ahead. The communications and the energy is changing, it's right. I know it feels like it's just taking off, but just hold up, hidden messages. Let's take a look at that. Anything else that you need to know when it comes to those communications? Yeah, so there is a disinterest. There is something here, is a detachment, whether it's with yourself, but I feel like it's coming from a water sign, a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio, and it's really affecting this. It's almost like karmic kind of energy, and they might be in association with this person that you have to deal with at work. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if at least they knew that it was like correlated somehow, because it's almost like you are blocked. You need to reobserve. You're trying to go through,
but there's something just not going. So make sure you reach out for a psychic reading. Okay, so when it comes to water emotions, all right, and your intuition, we have the Ace of Swords reversed. So this comes up when you are, you feel like you're going to miss out on an opportunity. So as you can see here, I kept mentioning, you're going to be wanting, have this need, this want, rush into it, and it's going to require the support of somebody else, and they're just not on that same level as you right now, but you have to have their energy and their correlation in order to go forward. So you, emotionally speaking, you're like, this is not going anywhere. We need this to go. But it is. It's going to take some time. Let's take a look at your home life as well as your emotion. We have the Queen of Swords reversed. So you are setting boundaries. You are, in a sense, reestablishing, like you want something. You're collaborating. You're like, and I feel you, Gemini. You want answers. You want answers to something. You want it now. So you're like, if I can't get it here, I'm going to get it there. And then that's okay. That's okay. Let's look at your fire sector, your passions with love and the passions with yourself. We have the Lover's card reverse, and this actually represents Gemini. People don't realize, like, this is the card of Gemini because this is a choice between two people. It's a choice of the mind, it's a choice of the heart. And when it comes to loves, there is a disagreement. There is something between you that you fulfill from your partner that, and it's not like major crazy, breaking up. It's just kind of like there's a different choice that is being made, okay? Now let's look at your personal passions. Let's see if that choice is being affected by your personal passions. Let's look at that. I see things that are changing now. We're going into the sign of Aquarius, so things are, especially for air signs like yourself, Gemini, Sun, and Rising, there's going to be things that are just going to be different, Okay, call to that one. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups upright. I'm going to pull that extra one for there. I felt that. And the Seven of Swords reversed. So there is, the personal interests are changing. You want something back, and it has to deal with your partner. It is dealing with something with your partner. Now, if you're a single Gemini Sun or Gemini Rising, you are not liking the dating pool, and you are wanting to manifest something better. Like you're out like searching for some emotional connection, a new hobby, something completely different of the association. So you are stopping, you are pausing, you are reevaluating this week, and that's always really good. So Gemini, thank you so much for joining me in this week for your psychic reading, and I'll see you next week, Sunday, Monday, when I release the new video. So make sure that you sign up for the notifications, and I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye. Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, I'm Moon Girl Tarot, and welcome back to my channel where you can find weekly astrological readings and psychic tarot card sessions. And if you would like to get a session with me, all you have to do is go to my website, moongirltarot.com. Okay, Taurus, we have Mercury in Capricorn. That is going to be affecting directly your sign in Jupiter in Taurus. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, the first of the week is going to be kind of slow, and you're going to be wondering, where is all this energy going to be coming from? And it is. It's quiet before the storm. So January 18th is going to be kicking off, and this messages, these spiritual messages of higher learning. And if you're thinking that you want to do something greater with your life, maybe you want to go back to school, maybe you're interested in a study or something that you want to do, absolutely. This is going to create something that's going to spark of interest. This is going to create an abundance flow that is going to help you put the energy first. Now, Jupiter is in Taurus in the first house of Aries at the 6 degrees of Virgo. So what this means for this earth-like energy is extremely motivating for you, Taurus. You're going to have some opportunities by these spiritual messages to do something better for yourself, better for your situation, and better longevity, and of course for your abundance. Now, this week is going to go extremely quick. Now, January 19th, we're going to see Venus square Neptune. Now, this is going to be okay because this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, and you will find some support. So Venus is going to be in Sagittarius in the 8th house of death, sex, taxes, other people's resources, longevity, as well as money.
other people's money, okay? So whatever's happening to you this week, whatever opportunity that you're going to be given or gifted is definitely going to be coming from other people's resources. This is going to be something that could help you. Again, maybe you're trying to go back to school, or you're trying to increase your, your knowledge about something, like trade school, or maybe you're trying to purchase something, an astrological reading, and put yourself first. But you're going to have that support financially and emotionally to carry that through. Now, Neptune is going to be coming here strong with dreams. It's going to be in the form of Pisces in the 11th house, and it's going to be sending those mixed messages of other people, messages of what you've been doing. Again, you want to stay with your intuition and make sure that you're focusing and manifesting what you really want, not what other people think that you should want. Okay, Taurus, let's dive a little bit closer into your psychic reading. Let's get started. Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, welcome to your psychic tarot card reading for the week of January 15th through the 21st. And if you would like to get on my work list, go ahead and go to my website, moongirltarot.com, to set up a session online to virtually meet me. Or if you are located in Colorado, come make an appointment to my private studio. Okay, Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, we definitely have a positive pursuits, okay? This is a good energy. I want you to listen to your concerns rather to confront them, okay? Instead of reacting, I want you to kind of take a look at yourself and trust the demands that people are making on you, but know that this is going to pass soon, okay? This week, especially the midweek that we talked about, the astrology is going to start picking up very quickly, and there's going to be some clouds lifted. All right, clouds are going to be lifted, the energy is going to clear, and you're going to have a chance to keep your heart open and your mind open and trust that these changes are going to bring more of the energy of beauty, more of the energy of pleasure into your life. Okay, Taurus, let's go ahead and take a look at the overall vibe, the overall theme, and of course the aura of energy that you want to protect this coming week. And engagement really helps out this video. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on these videos. Okay, so Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, this energy is energy. Okay, so this definitely is calling to your root chakra. So even though it's going to be a busy like energy, it's required for you to stay grounded. Okay, so I want you to protect that energy of staying grounded, even though you have chances to longevity and have these great changes. I still want you to be practical and have that energy to ground yourself. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at your earth sector of work and finance. Let's take a look closely at work and the communications that are coming. Now, Mercury is going to be in Capricorn in your 9th house, okay, of Sagittarius, longevity, and change. So immediately when it comes to work, if you've been looking for work or if you've been looking for a way to make more money, the answers are coming, okay? So this is good. This is good news. So the Five of Pentacles reversed indicate that there is going to be a shift coming your way to work. So more substantial work. So if you've been changing jobs, or if you've been going to this job or this project and this project, right? You're going to find something that is going to be more stable. You're going to bring more changes to the beauty and the pleasures of your life, and especially the inspiration at work, okay? Let's look a little bit more about your money and about if any money is coming through with this new job or this new work. Now we have a double 5, okay? So the thing about it is that money has been tight, and finances, there's been an increase, right? There's been an increase for making you work more. So you're like, Kristen, I've been going to these jobs, I've been surviving, I've been staying afloat, but when it comes to money, you want more to come in. And the thing about it is, life is changing. Emotionally speaking, you are very attached to this money. You're very attached to that sense of keeping this money and having this money change your life. And I absolutely am a firm believer that money can change people's lives. It can be uplifting. It can treat yourself more than a way of taking you out of the significance of nature, but it can provide security. So I see meeting with some feminine energy is going to have a positive outcome. So if you're setting up some kind of meeting or job interview with somebody to kind of get you out of that situation into a better substantial one, it definitely, I would say, go for it. It looks good. Okay, instead of just staying there and being sad, pick up those cups. You still have golden cups, even though they're empty. You can still scoop it up and create more abundance. Okay, now going into your air sector, when it comes to communications to yourself, communications to other people, technology, email, stuff like that, text messages. Let's take a look here, Taurus. Okay, and remember, communication is extremely heightened, and it's going to be in the degree of Aries. So there's going to be a lot of things coming to you personally. So communications is going to be coming directly to you in the sign of, Libra, the sign of Venus, and this is your sister sign. Okay, so this is going to significant a positive new feature in your life. And this air energy, this is a money and relationships. So money and relationships are extremely heightened immediately. Money, relationships. Those are the two on top of the charts. And this is going to be a new chapter. So when it comes to the areas of communication, of air, love, okay, contracts, and the significance of meeting somebody with the issues of what you're going through, right? To help soothe the cider of life. That's a big thing. So, changing transitions and having the energy, you're getting this communications that things are going to be okay. Things are going to balance out. Things are going to be uplifting and providing. Let's look a little bit more into the areas of communication. Now, one thing starts and one thing leads to another. Now, these changes, you're not going to trust it. You're going to understand. You're going to be a little closed off. And remember, we started off this energy that you're going to have to protect your root chakra. There's going to be so many things coming at you. There's going to be so many different changes of relationships and money, and you're going to want to stay grounded. And this communication, you're almost cut off from yourself. So if you feel like you're not meditating, you're not like doing real work behind the scenes, but you're like just cutting people off, you're just in a bad mood, you want to redirect that, okay? I want you to redirect that energy because it is going to have a positive outcome that could be uplifting if you accept it, or it's going to be harder for that person to communicate with you if you're not, you know what I mean? All right, when it comes to emotions, when it comes to your water, like energy, when it comes to your intuition, Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, we have the Three of Cups reverse. And in this energy, when it comes to emotions, again, you keep bringing me back, Taurus. You're like, Kristen, you're telling me all these positive things, and week by week, I go through energy that's positive. I go through energy that is progressive, right? And I say progressive. I don't say negative. I say progressive. But in the fact that this energy is executed with optimism, okay? So emotionally speaking, you're probably going through a lot. Legal contracts, you might be going through relationships, contracts, or even with business contracts, right? So a part of you feels like you're not celebrating. A part of you feels like you're fortunate enough to receive this, but you're kind of bummed out about it. So I want you to be clear with the universe that you are heading into the right direction of success. Now, this good fortune that you are going to achieve during this transit might not look so shiny and pretty to you, but it is going to be something that eventually going to pull around some good news. Okay, let's look a little bit further emotionally speaking about this and see if that attitude changes. Okay, so there's that movement, and it does. So we do have that Virgo-like energy. We have Mercury directly that's coming in here in a sense that people are going to notice your leadership abilities, okay, and support your plans. So if things are not happening exactly how you want it, Taurus, emotionally speaking, you can communicate these feelings, communicate this scenario, be optimistic, and tackle your goals by showcasing this leadership, emotionally speaking, stepping outside of the box, okay? All right, when it comes to passions, when it comes to love, let's take a look at what we have going on this week. And immediately when it comes to love and relationships, we have the Seven of Cups reversed. So we have love and passions being extremely clear, and it is positive at this time. And it's all coming at so many different ways. Now, Venus, the home of love, is in Sagittarius, that is providing to you and your partner to really kind of not just look at the positive things, but try to, you know, work things through with it, of the pleasures of things of the relationship. So if you guys are spending too much money and you want to manifest more money, then what do? You talk about these things, right? It's a bummer, but you start to trust the changes of saving so you can bring more, again, beauty and pleasure to your life. So I feel like when it comes to love, you are focusing heavily on that. You are focusing on bringing more to you and your partner to have that. Now let's look a little bit more when it comes to your personal passions, right? Not just your passions with you and your partner, but your own personal passions. We have the Eight of Cups like upright. It's kind of on its side, but it's upright. And this represents that when it comes to your personal passions, you are changing things. This is a huge change, it's a big movement. Notice everything is moving, everything is changing. Everything also requires some kind of contract, some kind of experience. And during this week, and especially during the weekend, the sun is going to change signs into Aquarius. Pluto is going to change sign into Aquarius. And you really are going to open up your heart and soul and have a chance to make these possibilities happen. Everything is coming together and it's chaotic, right? This looks like an atom, and this looks like, in a sense, this is a representation of love, this representation of energy, of so many chakra sense, you know, and it's constantly combusting, it's constantly spinning, but it's the energy that moving, and it's keeping grounded by trust. Okay, so Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, if you need some more spiritual advice about this, definitely get on my work list at moongirltarot.com, and I would love to kind of help you, you know, fine tune this and work with you to see what more that you need, and especially if you need a candle spell to help improve the quality of the energy. All right, Taurus, I will see you next week, and I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye. Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, welcome back to my channel, Moon Girl Tarot. It's your girl, Chris Marie, back with another astrological report for this upcoming week of January 15th through January 22nd. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of the reading where you can get a psychic reading with me. Okay, so we have the first of the week starting off kind of slow. It's a little bit of a quiet before the storm. Now we have breakthroughs happening. Now Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, Mercury is going to be in your sign. That is going to create a harmonious flow to Jupiter that is also in Taurus. Now Mercury in Capricorn in your sign is going to be in the first house of Aries. So there's going to be a lot of things that this communication is coming for you. Now this is good news. This is good news that's going to be coming your way, that is going to help you change your life. This is going to be a big news. So definitely come back here Thursday and celebrate the news, but don't celebrate too crazy, right? There's something that you have to look a little bit closer at. Now Jupiter is in the 5th house of Leo and expression. So there is this opportunity, this is this good news, but this person is over exaggerating it, okay? And they don't mean to be, they're just excited as well. So let's just say you got the job offer or some good news is coming your way. Make sure you look at the finer details. It's still good news, it's still good things coming your way. Just make sure that it's actually a 10 and not necessarily an 8. You see what I'm saying? Don't be sold a 10 if you're really getting into an 8. Now we have Venus square Neptune. Now Venus is in Sagittarius. That is really opening up our hearts and our souls. A lot for healing and a lot of new love and interest coming our way. Now I see this is especially here for you. Venus is traveling through, let's take a look here, Capricorn. Venus is traveling through your 12th house of Pisces. So there's a lot of collective. There's a lot of that collective energy where you really are sticking to yourself, a lot of that meditation. Now, speaking of meditation, Neptune, the planet of mysticism, dreams, and all spiritual self, is in Pisces. It is also in the 3rd house. So you are going to be getting some dreams that is going to be a little bit confusing. You are going to be releasing energy of the past, And you're also going to be subconsciously taking a little picture of the future. So think of it as like Christmas ghost past, is basically I can think of it, is that you are being shown what could be or what couldn't be. And of course, that's Neptune. It's very confusing. Once you wake up, you'll have to meditate and decide what road you want to take. Now, for everybody, and especially for you, Capricorn, we have the sun entering Aquarius, and that is happening on the 20th, and Pluto changing signs as well, going into Aquarius. And this is huge energy. I'm going to see so much of an uproar in communications, technology, and humanitarian, and even things how are done. And I might even see technology and all this AI stuff like being replaced. Okay, we're going to be seeing so many things that are happening in Capricorn. You're like, uh-oh, because even yourself, you're a hands-on person. So with this energy and opportunities happen, definitely open up your mind and your heart, and like I mentioned, your soul, of what could be. So let's focus a little bit closer on this week into your psychic reading. Let's get that started. Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, welcome to your psychic tarot card reading for this upcoming week of January 15th through the 21st. And if you would like to get a session with me and get on my work list, go to my website, moongirltarot.com. And if you're locally here in Colorado, definitely set up a session in person. Okay, so we're going to fine-tune this detail that we talked about in the astrology for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising. Mercury is in your sign. Taurus is in Jupiter. That is your earth-like energy as well. So we're going to talk about these opportunities that are arising for yourself to make self-improvement decisions. Okay, that's the biggest key word there. Things of opportunity and information, communication that is going to help promote your own overall well-being and happiness. Okay. Now, another thing that we're going to talk about is this square to Neptune a little bit more closely. That's coming from Venus. And it is going to be a little confusion when it comes to relationships or partnerships and what your partner wants, right? It's almost like your partner is escaping the energy of demands and you want attention to detail, Capricorn. So we're going to talk about that a little bit further. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel for weekly psychic tarot card readings and astrological reports. And as always, you can get a session with me. Okay, so let's look at the overall energy or the aura that you need to protect, or what's going to be the theme for you, Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising. We got confidence, okay? So this is like earth-like energy. That is you. I love that. Smiling, cool. Glasses on, so that means focused, focus-like energy. And of course, like I mentioned, there's a lot of your sign and your sister-like energy there with you to back you up. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about your earth sector. Let's talk about the work and your finance. What's coming up for that in particular? And that card went flying, but I'm going to pull that up here for you. It is the Six of Swords upright. Now, when it comes to work and finance, there is something that is building that you're going back to, but it's going to require communication with another partnership. So there is going to be news earlier, well, not necessarily earlier, but Wednesday, Thursday of going into this week of how things are going to be change, right? You're going towards something that is going to better your work life in your home life, okay? And I feel like this is energy that's coming, towards from a higher up, okay? Collaboration. You need some help from somebody else to get to where you want to be when it comes to manifesting work and finance. So be honest. You're vulnerable at this time, but if you're honest with what you need and who you need it from, I really feel like they can help you out. Let's look a little bit more into your money, especially for you, Capricorn, if there's any news when it comes to that. Now, when it comes to money, I have the Hangman upright, and this does show that you are being cautious of this opportunity, of this money, of this help, okay? That's the thing. You need it. You need that other person to help get you across. And even with this Hangman upright, it also represents a sense of like passions and wands, and like it's stuck in this energy.
So you might feel like you're stuck in a rut when it comes to that work and finance, but still have that confidence to know that you're going to have some help. You know, the Six of Swords is really acts of that Virgo-like energy, the acts of service, but you really have to reach out to that. So where have you been putting that good karma out? Reach out to those people to help get you out of that situation and into a better one. Now, when it comes to your air, when it comes to communications, okay, to yourself and to other people, when it comes to technology, when it comes to things, you know, all around humanitarian, we have the Seven of Cups upright. So there's that confusion, right, that I was talking about a little bit earlier, and the confusion is coming with the communications from your loved one. So I really feel that your partner, like I mentioned, is not really into this relationship. You are, and you're not too sure, you know, how you feel about that, but you're not talking to them. So you're noticing all these signs about your partner, like they're communicating beyond the realm, you know, in that sense. Like they're saying something, but you know they mean something else. And it's number 7, so it's definitely in relationships. It's definitely in the energy of legality in your relationship with other people and that property sense. So you're getting that communication like something's not right. This is fixable energy. This is workable energy. But there is something that you have to face, a problem that is going to arise. And you're going to have to deal with your partner as much as honesty as possible. Like you're being honest, you expect the honesty back, but you'll see what I mean when it comes later on in the week. So a little bit more about communications. There it is. We have the Tower card, and it is going to be big. This is going to be something that is going to require for you to have like a different approach in life. So this communication that's coming Thursday, Friday is going to hit pretty strong for a lot of you. Maybe Cancer Sun versus Cancer Rising, and you're not too sure, you know, what to do with it, but ask for help, extend that olive branch, and put that joy of nature into the arts and that reflection, okay? Now, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your intuition, when it comes to, you know, hidden messages, and things of how you feel. Now, you still have confidence, even though we have a little Tower moment, it looks scary, there's still that level of confidence of like knowing and fine tuning. So there you are, 10 Capricorn. So we have the 10 of Wands upright. So this definitely represents the 10th house. It represents the public. It represents your home, your family, but it also represents the hardships that you've been going there. So you've been carrying a lot of these burdens emotionally. You've been doing a lot for your partner. You've been doing a lot for your family. You've been doing a lot for your work, which you're not too happy about, which you want to get yourself out of that situation. But nonetheless, you are confident. You are moving forward, okay? Emotionally, you're tired. Emotionally, you're sticking with family, but you probably could benefit from some spiritual approach to this life, okay? This is the mundane life. You're just work, 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 you know what I mean? You're noticing things about your partner, not too sure to talk about it. Talk about it before it comes to a huge Tower moment. And nonetheless, this confidence, I feel like, is going to come exactly to the end of it. So let's look at a little bit more of your emotional self. Okay, well, we have the 7 of Swords, Capricorn Sun, and Capricorn Rising. So when it comes to emotional things, I feel like when it comes to that emotional self of family, that it's all on you, okay? Now, 7 of Swords comes up emotionally when someone feels like they've been taken advantage of, that something is taken from them, or you don't want it to be taken from you. And if anything, fine tune it. You're kind of stuck on this feeling like this is all on my shoulders, and you need your partner's help is a big thing. So I feel like this really calls to that square to Neptune emotion like energy, is that you're going through it. You're a very big realist, Capricorn, right? And you know what's going to get you through. You're confident, but nonetheless, you still have this subconscious feeling that something is going to happen, like the other shoe is going to fall off, right? And I want to help soothe that energy to tell you that there is things changing. Absolutely. We have Pluto going to Aquarius and changing signs on Saturday, as well as like going into, you know, Pluto, the Sun, everything. And you're going to feel like
what about mine, right? What about this? And you're going to want these changes to kind of come through. So the thing about Pluto is that it's an intense experience, and it's very different for each one. Yours is going to be in the aspect of the first house. So these changes, you're going to have some resistance. And the resistance is guaranteed to bring like pain, changes, right? Anytime you refuse to change, you go against the grain. You go against the grain, you get a little scruffed up. So think about what is significantly happening and how down the road, years later, how by changing your ambitions, right, to your personal growth can benefit to you. So redirecting that focus not just on what is being taken away from you, what is not being what is resistant, and life is full of surprises. So there is going to be some kind of surprise here. Notice how we have the Hangman, we have the Tower, and we have the Seven of Swords. So there is going to be something here that comes from, you're going to emotionally feel this hit of your job, of your health, of your home, and external support, and these values that are coming through. And you're going to carry this level of intimacy and discovered and undiscovered things while Pluto transforms, goes through your first house, through many, many, many times, many, many years, okay? So nonetheless, I want you to understand that the information about making decisions that promote your own well-being and happiness, regardless, right? If somebody else is taking advantage of you, you can stop it. If you feel like all that energy is burdened on you, you can share the responsibilities. This is workable energy, but right now it's emotional, it's very tight, and it's very like stern, okay? But you're a Capricorn, you're grounded, and this is keeping you afloat. But give yourself some peace. Now, when it comes to passions, when it comes to fire, when it comes to love, okay? Capricorn, Sun, and Rising, let's take a look at that here for you. We have the Nine of Wands upright. So when it comes to love, it's okay, it's good. You and your partner are overcoming some personal boundaries and some struggles, and it has to deal with things of outside of the resources, okay? So there's things that are not necessarily happening in the relationship, but outside the relationship that you guys are going through. And here's the thing, your partner probably is aware that you need more of that help, but again, that communication, practicality, and how to deal with it is one thing. Now, when it comes to passions, okay, I see a change here. There is a huge change. Nonetheless, I want you to you're still confident, okay? And that's what I love about Capricorn, is there could be chaos, there could be a tornado, a cow, woo, flying through, and a Capricorn is still calm, right? They're the earth, they're the ground. They have to be, even though there's chaos, there's a mess on top, there's still that constant dominator of energy. So when it comes to fire, when it comes to passions, we're going to see a loss here, and it's going to come in the form of money, but it's going to come in the form of good change, okay? So something here is going to be costing. It's going to be a change. So Five of Pentacles, anytime I see a Five of Pentacles like upright, this represents a debt that you have to pay to the universe. And it's from, coming from a multiple of things, but the first thing, and don't snap at me, Capricorn, but it comes from not trusting your passions, not trusting your heart, not trusting your desires, and that the universe is literally listening to you, those fine little details that you've been saying, and every time that you say this sucks, every time you say you hate this, every time that you say this is too much, well, the universe listened and is providing you an exit. So there is going to be an exit out that is going to be happening later this week, but it's also going to be leading you towards an opportunity to growth. So there are going to be important decisions that are going to be made, and opportunities that are going to arise from this that is going to affect your own personal power, your self-improvement, and how you communicate with your partner. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate you. I will see you next week, Capricorn. Sun and Virgo rising, welcome to your weekly astrological forecast for the upcoming week of January 15th through January 21st. Now, if you're just watching my channel, thank you so much. Make sure that you click the down bar below for an extended horoscope. So let's go ahead and get started. So Virgo, things are going to start off in the week a little bit sluggish, so try not to get too caught up in your head with all this double thinking. Now, Mercury is going to be in Capricorn in the 5th house of expression, creativity, and your children. This is going to be making a trine to Jupiter that is in Taurus in your 9th house of expansion. So this is going to not only affect you, but the expansion growth of your children and the expansion growth of your creativity, if you don't have any children, of course. But you're going to see a big offer. I want you to double check. It is a really good position, an opportunity, but look at the finer lines into things and see if something that you want to get caught up later down the road in that kind of contract. Now, Venus squares Neptune. We're going to have that the next day on January 19th. And even though this is a square creating a challenge, this is also going to be a benefit for you Virgo suns and Virgo risings, as Venus is going to be in the 4th house of Sagittarius. This is going to allow that love and that energy to expand, and also dreams. The big old square is going to be bringing you some messages during this challenge to let you pay attention of what might be coming up. Now, Aquarius is going to be entering Pluto January 20th, and this is going to be in your 6th house. Acts of service to yourself and to other people. Things are really going to change. Now, the past 3 years, Virgo sun and Virgo rising, you were really focusing on your acts of services to other people and getting that benefit back in, but you're depleted. A lot of you Virgos have depleted. Now you're focusing and shifting this energy onto yourself and really still helping out your humanity, but you're not going overboard in that energy, but still be open to those opportunities that are going to be coming your way. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and dive into your weekly psychic tarot card reading, and let's find out what is coming ahead in finer detail. Virgo sun and Virgo rising, welcome to your psychic tarot card reading for the week of January 15th through the 21st. I hope you enjoyed your astrological reading, and thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. So we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more fine-tune about this week, and definitely talk about what is coming up, right? So Mercury is in Capricorn, your sister sign, and this is going to trine Jupiter, and this is going to bring some opportunities and blessings in disguise. So Virgo sun and Virgo rising, this is an ideal time to learn something new, to teach that newness to others, and to take that confidence and positivity to enjoy the lessons that life has to offer. Now, this week we're going to start off kind of slow, but there's going to be a lot of good things that may come your way. We're going to talk about it fine-tune of each energy sector, like your earth, air, finance, and of course love and passion. And we're going to talk about this exciting period that also may be some nervous energy and you facing your fears. Okay, Virgo sun and Virgo rising, engagement helps me out, so thank you for commenting. You can easily just comment if you're a sun, a Virgo, or Virgo rising. Okay, so let's look at your overall energy, the overall aura of energy that you need to protect, and the theme of this week. Okay, so we have movement, and it's green energy, so that's the heart chakra. There's something that is extremely important to you, loving to you, that is going to kick off this week. All right, there's movement that is very dear to your heart that is going to be happening, and you might be experiencing a little nervousness. Maybe you already know what you want to do, and you just got to embrace some radical new thoughts. Okay, Virgo sun and rising, let's look at your earth sector. Let's look at work and finance. Let's take a look at work this week here for you, and let's take a look and see what's moving up. Now, when it comes to work and finance, we have the Page of Cups reversed. So we have a new energy, we have a new client, a new association when it comes to work, and they're not too sure how they feel about you, Virgo, right? Surprise, surprise, it's okay. Right? Any Virgo on the surface is just on the surface, but that's okay. It just feels that there's a little nervousness coming from somebody else when it comes to your work. And your imagination is going to be running away with you, and there might be some consequences when it comes to work, when it comes to overthinking. I know, Virgo, right? You're like, crap. So I feel like at work, you might be overstimulated, and you might be welcoming an unwelcome visitor when it comes to work, like an unhappy customer, unhappy client, or something that changes emotionally at work and kind of puts it in your mind. Nonetheless, things are going to be okay. It is a Page of Cups, meaning it is going to be something that is short and it's not going to last too long. So it's workable energy when it comes to that. When it comes to your finance, when it comes to money, Virgo, let's look a little bit closer into that here for you. Okay. So when it comes to money, money is good, money is strong, money is coming through. We have the Strength card upright, and this definitely represents infinity. So Virgo, the routines and the structure that is happening at work, even though there's maybe an unhappy client, there might be some unhappiness, there might be something that you have to, kind of make happy or secure at work, things are going to be okay. And your clients trust you, the customers trust you, what you're doing, you're able to fix it. Like I said, it's movement. You're able to do something for your client, which is great. I'm a Virgo, so if you are wanting to do some spell work, or if you're wanting to do something in action, definitely get on my work list at moongirltarot.com and get started that way. But it's good energy here for you with work and finance. That is definitely going to be longevity throughout the week. When it comes to air, when it comes to communication, to yourself, other people, technology, in that sense of energy, let's take a look. That wants to come out. We have the Seven of Swords reverse. Okay, Virgo. So communications, we have someone that took advantage, right? Took advantage, lied, took advantage of the trust, took advantage of what you were saying. Like, you were saying something truthful, Virgo, and they didn't believe you. And lo and behold, it's true, right? So you're getting communications this week from somebody, and I really feel like it's coming out there, and it deals with relationships, okay? Make sure you cross-watch. But it feels like it's coming with relationships from someone who wants to come back to you, somebody who wants to apologize, somebody who wants to correct the wrongs of the right. Okay, so there's going to be, like I mentioned, an unwelcomed, an unexpected visitor, and it depends. You might discover the underlying cause, what kind of happened with that, and it's up to you if you're willing to listen to them and see and welcome, embrace. That might be that radical thinking. Let's take a look more so when it comes to communications, your, messages, overall things. Yeah, okay, you do have somebody coming back. You and it's a water sign, sign, sun and rising. Definitely could be on the cusp, a Scorpio as well, but it's also associated not just a water sign. And check water signs. I believe you Virgos came up for them as well. But I also see like Leo-like energy. Okay, so I also see Virgos not just dealing with water-like energy, communications coming from that, but coming from fire, coming from water, and it's communicating something of a return, of a sorry, of an apology, a commitment. There's that right there. Now, when it comes to your emotions, this week, when it comes to your intuition, okay, things that, are on the background, on the back burner, per se, let's see what that is. We have the Eight of Pentacles reverse. So Virgo, Sun, Virgo, rising, this definitely speaks. We have another 8 here. So when it comes to other people's resources, when it comes to like the work that we do for other people, people want more of it. So I feel like that movement that you did for your client, for your customer, that's going to come back out, and they want more of it. They're going to want more of your energy. And it's up to you, Virgo, if you're going to be able to say, hey, I can take this on. This is something I can willing to do. And this might be an interruption coming through. So emotionally speaking, when it comes to like work, you're going to feel, oh my gosh, like super busy. This is very grateful, very beneficial, but it's going to come from like Taurus-like energy, very like strong, bull. I want it here and I want it now, So even though
you know, work is good, things are moving, a lot of movement, right? You're still getting you're earning your pay's worth, right? You're earning your money. And emotionally speaking, you are just like go, 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 go. And it really is going to kick off in the middle of the week. Let's look a little bit more about your emotions and your intuition. We know there's going to be a lot that you're going to be doing for other people, and you are. So emotionally speaking, it's fulfilling for you, Virgo. So you're not just working for yourself, you're working for other people. People need your help, people need your resources, and it feels good to help other people. And you might, some Virgo, especially Virgo risings, might be overstimulated, but I feel this puts you in passion. You're in love again. You feel good about what you're doing with things coming through. You have a fire that is lighting back up again. You're moving towards something, okay? Virgo, so that's really good. That's really good energy. And now speaking of love, speaking of passions, speaking of fire, okay? Let's take a look at that fire sector here and find out what's coming up for this week. That one and coming up. We have the Two of Pentacles upright. So Venus energy, and especially when it comes to Neptune, there's a lot that is going to be, again, that we talked about, required thinking. Now, I want to teach you a little bit of astrology. Now, Neptune is in Pisces, and it's in your 7th house of relationships. And relationships, not just with other people, but relationships with yourself, your career. And you're going to be asking yourself, is this satisfying? Is this fully satisfying? Are you aware? And are you able to enhance your life's journey? So Neptune is literally taking you on the truth of life. This is extremely exciting, especially so because we have Pluto changing signs in Aquarius, and this is going to be big energy for you that is going to be coming in the outside of technology, of security, and new love and old love. Like, what do you want, right? Right, Virgo? You want it all, and you're manifesting it all, but a lot of things are coming to you quickly, and those decisions that you're trying to make is, you know, it's taking a little toll on you. So broaden your horizons when it comes to love, when it comes to money, when it comes to manifesting your home and your family life, because your passions, they're all together. You're just deciding on which choice to make. So let's go a little bit further into that love, into that passion, into that choice. And we have a double 2. Woo! Woo! Okay, so 2-2. I'm definitely talking about love. I'm definitely talking about you making a huge change. And when it comes to that, and it's going to reflect that. And all of this stuff, the kindness, the good energy, especially because Sagittarius is in Venus, and it's creating this culture of like festival of energy that is going to showcase of the future. And you know what you want, and you know what to achieve it. You just want it very practical and very safe. All right, Virgo, if you need more energy, definitely sign up and get on my work list for an online session at moongirltarot.com, or come visit me at my studio and make a private appointment and come see me there. All right, Virgo, you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week ahead, and I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye. Sun and Pisces rising, welcome to your weekly astrological reading for January 15th through January 21st. Hi, I'm Moon Girl Tarot. I'm a psychic medium and I read basic real-time astrology, so make sure you stay to the end of the video where you can get that psychic reading. So let's dive into the astrology. Okay, Pisces, Sun and rising, we have Mercury in Capricorn, okay, making a harmonious flow to Jupiter in Taurus. Let's find out exactly what that means for you. So Mercury in Capricorn is going to be in the 11th house, and this is going to be some communication that's going to be coming from somebody higher up. So either your boss, administration, some kind of school, or something there that's going to open up something for you very personally. Okay, now Jupiter is going to be in the 3rd house of communication in the 6th degree of Virgo. So yes, you are waiting for this A-OK, this go green light from somebody else higher up in a administration sense to allow you this opportunity to do something, and it looks like it's going to be a good go. Now we have Venus in Sagittarius making a square to Neptune in Pisces. Now you're in Pisces, so this is going to be a heavy week that's happening
starting midweek, right, we have that energy in Mercury January 18th, then the following day, you're going to see something else kind of kicking up. Now, Venus is going to be traveling through your 10th house of career and job and things of public self. Now, this is a critical point, very, very critical. This is an energy where you can't get this day back, okay, Pisces? So I want you to come back and particularly be very cautious when it comes to this, because Neptune is going to be guiding you all week of like energy and messages of what might be happening in the future, okay? Now, it's going to be a little confusing because you're not too sure if you should trust it, if you should just like blow it off. But I'm here to tell you, make sure that you trust your intuition, because Neptune is in Pisces, but it's in the first house. So you are getting dreams and things of direct that can really directly change your life, right? So from now through Saturday, you're going to be dreaming of things that could happen, sort of happen. And when you're in the moment, it's going to feel like deja vu. Make sure you pay attention. Okay, now the sun is going to enter Aquarius on Saturday, and as well as change signs for Pluto. This is going to be huge energy for Pisces. I want you to make sure that you stay positive in this energy. You're going to be a little overstimulated when it comes from all these outside resources, but we'll get to that a little bit more in a separate reading for Pluto in Aquarius. Nonetheless, let's dive into your psychic reading. Welcome, Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, to your weekly psychic tarot card reading for January 15th through the 21st. Now, I hope you enjoyed your astrology reading. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. So we're going to talk a little bit more fine detail about this week, about these communications. Some quick thinking is going to be required, and we're going to talk about what you got to be honest about, where you got to assert yourself, and how you can express yourself. So if you would like to get a session with me, all you have to do is go to my website, moongirltarot.com, to set up an online session. Or if you're located here in Colorado, you can meet me here in person. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at your overall vibe, the aura, the energy of this week, and the energy that you probably need to protect, right? So there's going to be some communications coming through. There's going to be something that you're going to have to do. Quick thinking, action is required, and it's going to start off that midweek. Okay, that wants to come out. Okay, so the vibe for the week, the aura, the energy is anxiety. So Pisces, you're a mutable sign, and Capricorn is in Mercury, which is not very comfortable. So this makes sense. The harsh truths that you had to deal with last week, and if anything, this is an ideal time to learn something. And the universe is sending you lessons, you know, throughout this week. And are you going to apply those changes? So let's dive in a little bit deeper and find out with your work and finance. Okay, what are you worried about, Pisces, right? Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising. Okay, so immediately when it comes to work, your Earth sector, I got the Two of Cups reverse, and I have the Four of Pentacles reverse. So in this energy and in this instant, when it comes to work, it's also a relationship. When it comes to finance, that's also a relationship as well. And you're not happy with this energy. And if anything, you want a better relationship with this work, with this finance. And you've been spending, you want to spend more, you want more lavish things, and you realize that that place of work, the place of business, is not going to give it to you. I really feel, if anything, you are going to be changing jobs. If you're a student, you might be changing careers. It's a different passion in that sense of your public sector, of your public life. And it's removing itself, you know, emotionally speaking and, you know, physically speaking, from away from that. And you want to go towards something of better value, something that you don't have to save so much money. You want to spend more money. Of course, you're going to save, but you want to have a different, higher level of wealth, right? And you're worried about it. You're worried about if this job or this relationship and how you're producing money is going to produce longevity. I see that you have a different plan here, Pisces, and throughout the week, you're going to be able to create these opportunities here for you, okay? So when it comes to air, when it comes to those communications, right? What is going to make you all worried, or what's something that you're getting your head up all in? Okay, so we have the High Priestess reverse and another two. right on top of each other. So this really is about everything, love, okay? This is your life. You are changing your life completely. The communications to yourself, the truth to yourself. There was a truth, there was a secret that you have, Pisces, okay? That you held on to, and it could be a small secret that you felt like, hey, nobody really needs to know this, it's good, but it built up over time, or you held on to something and it turned into something bigger. Either way, you're taking responsibility for it, okay? That's the communication you're communicating out, but it does involve a relationship. It does involve that relationship with yourself, okay? Let's see what else you're communicating. And that's probably why you're worried, because you're wondering if this, because you can apologize, you can be sorry, but it's always, the other person, right? You can't control those actions. So here we have that fire-like energy, Pisces. We have that passion. We have the King of Wands upright. And it is very aggressive. So there is something here that has happened that you're trying to patch things up. You're trying to fix things. You're trying to explain things. You're trying to not necessarily justify the lies or justify why you kept the secrets or why that energy was kept from you, but you're really trying to rearrange this energy and have it more direct. Now, Venus is in Sagittarius, that is offering that higher level of love, the higher level of thinking, but you're putting a lot of that people pleasing into somebody else's hands. So Neptune is in your sign, that is creating a square. Now, when you go back to your astrology reading, you're going to understand that it's all about yourself and where you place yourself and the choices that you make, Pisces, okay? All right, now let's go into your water, your emotions, your intuition, things that that are kind of you need to trust yourself. There's a lot of it here. There's a lot of it that's already happening behind the scenes. You're just kind of deciding what you're going to do in the physical sense, okay? So we have the Strength card reversed. Now notice we have every reverse card at the very top, and in that sense it means that you are acknowledging your emotions and you're not feeling so great. You're not expressing yourself also. That's another thing, Pisces, is that I'm going to validate your feelings. You're not feeling the best. You haven't had the best few weeks. You had a rough start to the year, but you're also not doing anything about it, right? There's also something here, a lot of stress, pressure. You're not able to express yourself, and if you have children, there's some stress that's coming from them as well. They're not able to express themselves. You're not able to express how you truly feel to the outward world. So that explains why there's so much jilted anxiety or jilted energy that's coming from you, especially emotionally. Let's see what else. Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising to your weekly astrology reading for January 15th through January 21st. I am Moon Girl Tarot, your psychic medium and astrologist, here to guide you this week. Make sure that you stay to the end of the portion for your psychic tarot card reading. Okay, so Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, the start of the week is a little bit of a stumble, but it's going to kick off extremely fast, especially on Thursday. Now Mercury is in Capricorn, in your 7th house of relationships and contracts and karma, especially with other people, making a trine to Neptune in Pisces, that is in the 11th house. So coming from other people especially well. So there is some good news that is coming if you've been in a good alignment with other people, and if you're expecting a reward or some kind of bonus, then it's going to be good. But also there is a little bit of attachment. So it comes with a reward, but it comes with an attachment. Now, when it comes to the relationships with other people, your immediate relationships, there is a little bit of a shakeup there. So make sure that you're very clear and cohesive with your partners and yourself, because it is a time that you should be celebrating with your partners. Now, if you are single, Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, you're dealing with the karmic energy and having to deal with third-party energy. Now, going on to the next day, January 19th, we're going to see a difference of this energy, especially coming through Venus, okay? Venus, planet of love and how you value things. It is be creating a square to Neptune in Pisces as well. So those dreams and those challenges are going to be coming extremely strong for you, Cancer, Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising. And depending on how you're handling that karma is going to depend on how you're emotionally going to be attacking that day. Now, to remind you, Venus is going to be in your 6th house of Virgo, okay? So the acts of services and the services that you've been putting through, that longevity. So you should be having a breakthrough for all the hard work that you've been putting through, especially with love and relationships. You might be having some difficulties with your partners and with your, with your coworkers, or even your mental relationships. You've been going through a hard time, and you should be getting to that end point where it's getting better. If not, reach out and apologize. I'm pretty sure they would be fine with that. Now, Aquarius is moving in January 20th into Pluto. Big social changes, and you are really looking into your outward side of the world, your 10th house of energy, your Capricorn energy, and where you want to be. So you're going to be changing energy. You want to be doing more things for yourself and applying things for a better future and for your partner. And if anything, I see you backtracking and trying to get some, cohesive energy, so forgiveness energy. And again, ask and you shall receive. So Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, thank you so much. That is a recap of your weekly astrological report. Now let's dive into your psychic reading. Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, welcome to your psychic tarot card reading for the week of January 15th through the 21st. I hope you enjoyed your astrology reading. We're going to dive in a little bit fine-tuned to find out what is this energy of Mercury trining Jupiter, and what is this trying to teach you. You're trying to learn something new, and it is a life lesson that is being offered to you by the universe. So you're going to receive some good news that's going to enable you to move forward into your life goals, and there might be something extra coming along the way. So thank you for liking this video, sharing this video, and interacting, because engagement definitely helps me out. Let's go ahead and take a look at your overall vibe. The overall vibe for this week, Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising. If you would like to get a session with me, you just go to my website, moongirltarot.com. I service online and in person, so if you're swinging by Colorado. Okay, so Cancer Sun and Rising, the overall theme is love. And I really feel like the universe is trying to teach you this love, for you to accept this love, and not to run away from it or not to reject it, and especially to love yourself throughout this week. So let's go ahead and fine tune some energy. Let's look at your Earth sector. Let's look at work and finance, right? This is the love, the good news coming, with work. There was some things that are coming through here for you. Jupiter is going to be in your 11th house of other people, contracts, okay? And let's take a look at that. So we have the Page of Pentacles, and we also have the Sun card reverse. So we do have some communication coming in the form of payment, in the form of collaboration, that's coming from a higher up, okay? That's coming from somebody else. Now they're offering something, and it's a page, so it's small. It's not a king, it's not a knight, it's not something that is, dressed up in gear that's a little bit more lavish. It is, you could see he's in torn clothes, and I mean, this coin is bigger than him. So I feel like even though this good news is coming, it's not exactly what you expected or what you wanted it to be. So the Sun card reverse, kind of showcase that you're disappointed. You're disappointed when it comes to your work and finance. You're disappointed with the amount of effort, and you're disappointed with the Page of Energy, when you absolutely, Cancer Sun and Rising, have been a king, have been a queen on top of that energy. So hopefully you'll be able to negotiate and work things out and offer that self-love to yourself, because you know your worth. Okay, when it comes to the area of air, communication, technology, okay? Communication with yourself and other people, with that being said, because there's a lot that's coming through. We have the Seven of Swords reverse. So going particularly with the theme of love, Cancer Sun and Rising, you are offering forgiveness. You got yourself caught up. It's not the best of energy. And communication, so, these swords, when we look at it upright, this man is stealing. He's taking something away. He's being deceivious. And it's the number 7, so it is legality. It's
contracts, it's with somebody else, it's the relationship, and it does deal with property. It's about a bunch of things. So you're trying to communicate yourself, Cancer, Sun, and Rising, that you want to do better. You not only want to offer forgiveness, but you really want to put that action in it. And that is wonderful here for you. Let's see what other things come to this communication. So there's a lot of truth that's coming here through here for you. Yeah, so we have the Three of Wands upright. So when it comes to you offering that forgiveness, or in that sense that you're wanting things to be better in a situation with the relationships, you want a better contract, you want a better agreement, you want better things from your partner, but you know where you were in this energy, so you're also going to offer it. So here's the thing, you are holding on a little bit, but you are wanting change. Venus is in Sagittarius, which is a little risky because not everybody understands elevation, motivation, manifestation, right? And then taking your partner with you. All of that's extremely scary. So Cancer, Sun, and Rising, the communication is coming through with yourself, and you're offering forgiveness to somebody else. It looks like they're going to accept, and not only accept, the both of you are going to take this energy and go longevity with it, okay? So this is good energy. You know, you're able to make changes. So even though Neptune had that square where there was a lot of mess from the past, love is able to prevail. Love is able to show up and really be a strong suit if you choose it, okay? All right. So when it comes to the areas of water, your intuition, okay, let's get that one flipped back in there. Your areas of intuition when it comes to how you feel emotionally, right? Just because we have a love card, you know, it's probably going to be a heavy week here for you. You have the Eight of Wands reversed. So it really feels like, you know, you're having a tough time being very positive. And I like to call it progressive positive because there's so many people out there who are like, Kristen, it is hard for me to remain positive. It is hard for me to have patience. And especially if you're a Cancer, Cancer don't move forward, they move sideways, and they're always moving, okay? And it's very aggressive. So the frustration that you probably were feeling from the previous week carrying into this weekend, or carried into this week and into the weekend, especially by Saturday, you know, I feel you kind of putting that like a pause, right? And when it comes to emotionally speaking, be honest with yourself and be truthful with yourself when it comes to other people's resources, because it's 8, Scorpio. So there's something here emotionally speaking that is attached to somebody else that they want to know the truth about. They want to know the honest energy. Now, if you're just having a really bad day and really bad moment, there is no reason to give up, right? You know, there's no reason to give up on the relationship. There's no reason to give up on the energy. You know, just communicate. This is a blockage of communication of how you truly feel, okay? How you truly feel and how your actions, you know, they're kind of not adding up. So let's go a little bit here further for you, Cancer, for your water sector, and good stuff. So we have, you know, the Wheel of Fortune, and this energy is coming up in a sense that you are, emotionally speaking, you are maybe a little out of line and you're about to get that alignment. So when we have the Wheel of Fortune reverse, in this case, this means second chances. There are blockages that you were dealing with, right? There is some things here that emotionally speaking, you know, it's not good. You wanted better money. You know, you were getting a raise, but it's not exactly what you wanted. You're improving the quality of the relationship with your partnerships, but you're still holding back. You see what I'm saying, Cancer? Love is pushing through, but you're kind of tiptoeing it in. You know, you're doing the sidestep crab thing. You're going here, you're going back, and you're going back again. Be confident in the sense that you're kind of like being presented a karmic cycle is what I kind of really feel here. And you have an opportunity to break the cycle and to move forward, to be happy, to have that stability, to have the longevity, and have more fortune, okay? Now, when it comes to love, when it comes to fire, when it comes to your personal passions, all right, let's take a look. Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising. Let's put those two out. We have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Pentacles upright. So when it comes to love, we have this confidence, right? We have this confidence. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have like love back in here. This is like the background that leads to the Four of Wands, okay? So we have a path and we have a journey, and then you have an abundant one. And you are, Cancer, probably dealing with an earth sign, right? A Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus. And make sure you cross-watch theirs. I wouldn't be surprised that if you, like a water sign shows up in theirs. But here's the thing. The Two of Pentacles upright, when it comes to love, comes to Venus, and that value, you are, again, 50-50. Just like I said, you're halfway in, you're halfway out. You're moving this way, you're moving that way. And when it comes to passions, you have everything in front of you. You literally do. You have everything. This is gaining, this is taking it and going forward. But then you kind of come backwards. You're like, are you sure? Is this the right coin that gets me in? And it is. So trust your intuition. Your passions will lead you there. And of course,
Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, I am Kristen Marie, and welcome back to my channel Moon Girl Tarot for your weekly astrological reading. And make sure you stay tuned to your psychic reading following up here. Okay, so we start this week off kind of sluggish, and then we're really going to kick off the end of the week extremely fast, okay? So we have in January 18th, we have Mercury in Capricorn that is creating a positive harmonious flow to Jupiter. Now, Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, Mercury is going to be in your second house, okay? And in that sense of that energy, it is going to, it's going to be in your third house at the second degree. So it's going to be communication of things of value and things that are extremely important to you. And you also might be negotiating things, okay? You might be communicating and gaining something, but nonetheless, you're communicating this energy. And you want to communicate this energy because it's not completely perfect as it may be. Even though it's good news, and it's good news is coming, now this Jupiter energy in Taurus is in the seventh house. So this is going to be legal contracts, so, and partnerships with other people. But most likely, I'm going to see this a lot with Scorpio risings when it comes to legality, okay? Things that are going to be going in your favor. So if you've been wondering how's things going to be up, I show it, it's going to be extremely good. And it's in the sixth house of Virgo. So it's an active services to yourself. So we have Jupiter in Taurus at the 6 degrees at the 7th house. I know that's a lot of numbers I'm throwing at you, but definitely sign up for an astrological reading so you can find out more about your astrology. But to simplify this energy, it's fixed energy in an area of opportunity, in a sense of legality, of relationships that are very intimate to you, and of course your business partnerships. It's going to look very positive. Now, it's going to be a big win. Try not to brag about it, okay? But nonetheless, you know, show some gratitude. Now, all signs are going to be entering Aquarius season. Aquarius season is going to be happening this Saturday, January 20th, but Pluto is also going to be entering the sign of Aquarius. This is going to be huge energy for you as well. You're going to be the expansion of the energy and really needing the community's help while you transform into something completely greater. Okay, let's go ahead and dive a little bit further into your psychic reading. Welcome to your psychic reading, Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising for January 15th through the 20th. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting on these videos, because engagement definitely helps these out. It helps me keep going with it. So let's go ahead and pull up the overall theme for you, Scorpio. I hope you like your astrological reading portion. Let me know if you enjoyed that. Let's get the overall vibe, the overall theme. And we have the energy of flow, okay? Looks like in the Aquarius kind of energy. So let's go ahead and go a little bit further. Okay, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising. Let's go to your Earth sector, which is like your work and finance and things like outside, like out publicly kind of sense, because we have a lot of that Capricorn-like energy. So your work and finance, focus on your work, your finance. We have the Moon card upright. So when this comes in the energy of money, there's something here that we're trying to not necessarily avoid, but to say. And when it comes to you, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, you're happy at your job, but you're not. You're looking for a way out, but you're also wanting to stay in. So there's something that you do need to release about this, This is a full moon. This is a releasement. There's something that is going to give when it comes to your work and finance, and you want more of it. So, and this involves another person. This involves kind of like a legality of this energy, but it also represents something coming to an end, okay? So when something ends, something also begins, but it's definitely building up that energy to the light, okay? And we'll pull another card with that for your work and finance. That's kind of like general public as well. But yeah, Eight of Swords reverse. Communications are going to be coming very strong in work and finance of something that's going to be of that positive self. Something that you're going to have to break through, release, and accept, but be happy about it. You'll be happy about it nonetheless. Okay, so when it comes to, speaking of communication, when it comes to air, your communications with yourself and other people. Let's see what communications are coming through. Okay, so communication is a little bit things keeping to yourself. So communication to others, you're kind of keeping that out. You're kind of keeping that energy to yourself. You know, when it comes to, you know, with with all everything else, even myself, I get quiet. Like you notice, like my throat chakra, you're silencing me down. It's almost like you don't want to talk about it. So let's take a look a little bit further. Are you getting some bad news? No, you're not. You're actually getting some good news. Okay, so you are a little worried about it, and it has to do with family. It's an emotional attachment about family that is going to set you free, Scorpio. So this is going to be good energy. So the overall theme is flow, okay? We have that tranquil-like energy, and we're going to see some of that flow kind of coming up. Okay, so when it comes to the energy of water, when it comes to you emotions, how are you feeling behind the scenes, Scorpio? We have the Emperor reverse. So it is going to be a very emotional week in that sense where it's going to get really busy. And I feel like it's going to get busy at the end of the week versus the beginning of the week. But nonetheless, you are going to be feeling like someone's pushing you, right? Someone's pushing you a little bit, Scorpio. And you want a little bit of that energy for yourself. Let's look for it. Yes, it is. There you are, Scorpio. You want that energy for yourself. So you feel like things are evolving, things are changing, and it's good change. You're just trying to put that direction, put your ideas in there. And make sure that you're being heard, okay? And you are being heard yourself. You want to make sure you're being heard, like basically going with the flow of things. Now, when it comes to passions, when it comes to projects, when it comes to, you know, love, when it comes to things that you desire, we have the Page of Rods reverse, and you're taking a back seat. If anything, you're focusing on something else at the moment. So I wouldn't say a back seat. I take that back. I'll take it as a side seat. You're moving lateral. You know, and there's something more that you want, but you're not too sure if it's the right time, if it's going to happen right away. And I know things are changing. We have signs changing through the end of the week. We're going into Aquarius season. We're going to see so much collaboration and having to work together. And sure enough, Three of Rods, that's what it's are. You're not too sure if you would work well with the team, go well with the team, but I see that it's going to be cohesive. Now, also when it comes to love, I see things are outside, right? You know, talk to your partner. So coupled Scorpio, Sun, and Rising, there's a lot of things of this energy that's happening. Make sure you're speaking with your partner. Singled Scorpios and singled Risings. I don't really see that you're single. I see you're more in a situationship, and you're a situationship involved with extended family or extended energy in that sense. And you're kind of seeing where you should let all of this play out, right? Now, let's pull up another card. What do you need to know? A spiritual message. We have your overall theme, but what is a spiritual message, Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, that you need to know? Well, we have the Three of Pentacles reversed, so something is coming back to you. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean money and value, but this does represent things of stability. It's going to be a little bit of an unstable week, but I feel like you'll find your ground in the meaning definitely by the end of the week. Thank you so much, Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising. Make sure that you go to my website, moongirltarot.com, to get your own session with me. I do psychic sessions, candle spells, and distance reiki, all online. Or if you make an appointment with me, you can go meet me in my office. All right, have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll talk to you then.